All right, 12:15 for your money this afternoon. People who are in financial distress often don't realize there is a problem until it's way too late. They miss the warning signs and the financial behaviors that may predispose them to big problems. Financial expert Andy Mattingly is now here with us in the studio to talk about some of the signs you may want to take note of and also what you need to do in order to change the behavior. So the first thing I'm thinking, I look at other people and I'm like, you haven't figured out. Is financial distress something that just the younger generation is dealing with?
No, unfortunately it's not, because a lot of times for people, some of the behaviors they have will predispose them to it, and it might be something when they get to retirement or they have a loss of income or something else, and then they have a real problem because of the behaviors they had before.
Okay, so what are the early warning signs of this distress?
Kind of the first early warning sign, and people don't think a lot about it, is they start using a credit card to pay for everyday expenses, for the coffee, for lunch, and then they only pay the minimum on the credit card, so they're not even paying it off all the time. So that's kind of a sign that you're having a cash flow problem.
Anything that you typically see that are missed?
Yeah, people sometimes will just pass off if they have an occasional overdraft, or they pay some of their bills or loans a few days late. They just pass it off, oh, it's a temporary thing, instead of something that can build up and become a real problem.
Absolutely. Spiral out of control. So let's talk about that. What do you do in that case? Yeah,
so you'll see if you start having several credit cards and things like that you're paying later, or you're using cash advances, you really need to sit down and say, okay, what do I need to do about this situation to make it better?
Okay, any other behaviors you can think of that will really lead you to some trouble?
Yeah, well, there's kind of the trifecta of bad behaviors. One is that you're an impulse buyer, you spend more than you make, and you don't have a budget. If you have those three things, you're really going to be in a lot of trouble.
All very easy to do. So what should a person do to solve the problem?
Well, the first thing is you really got to sit down and look at what's causing the pain in your budget and develop a budget. And then what's causing the pain? Is it what you're spending on entertainment? Is it your car, your house? And make some really tough decisions in those areas so you can get back on track.
Buckle down.
Yes.
All right. Thank you, Andy, so much for your time.